Hi dear. I left my flash drive at the church. So I'm gonna have to pick it up in the morning. But it's well, let's say it's Sunday. July 18th, and it's 12:05 a.m. I really need to stop doing these videos so late at night because they're really lame. I know it. And I know, it doesn't really matter to you or whatever, but I feel bad about it. So, yeah. Today was a pretty good day. I went to church, and that was fine. And then we took Robin to Covenant Acres, which is a camp. So she's there for a week, and she gets back on Friday, the same day you get here. What was the other thing? Oh, so tonight you gotta listen to this story. It's crazy. Okay. Well, you know about, like, at my grandpa's house, we have mouse traps. Well, they're like the have a heart ones, so that they don't actually die, right? Remember, because we let that one mouse go in the park. That's right. I forgot about that. So, this mouse. Yeah, we let it go in the park. But anyways, this time around, I was in the dining room, which is where I am now, and I was, like, freaking out because, like, this house, it gets so creepy at night. Like, you don't even understand. I'm not scared of the dark, but it's just scary over here. And so I was like in here working, and then all of a sudden I started hearing these creepy noises. So I called my dad, because that's what I always do. And I talked to him, and I was like, there's something weird going on. I can hear noises in the kitchen. And you might not know this, but, well, we found out during the family reunion that we actually have bats in the house. They're in the attic. But then I think we got rid of them. But anyways, what happened was, during the reunion, we went up there. I went up in the attic, and I turned the light on and then, ran up the stairs, and all of a sudden 2 bats flew over my head. And then my cousin, Caitlin, like, flipped out. So anyways, so we found out that there were bats, and I think we got rid of them because what we did was we turned the light on in the attic, and then we, like, opened all the windows so that all the bats would get out. I think we got rid of them. But anyways, I was hearing these really weird noises. Oh, and then after, sorry, I keep switching around in my story. But then after we did that, my great aunt was here, and her daughter, and, like, they were sleeping in the sun porch room, and they woke up during the middle of the night because they heard something thumping on their window, and they thought it was from, like, the outside going into the inside, but it was from the inside going into the outside. And what happened was there was this bat, and it was, like, trying to get out, but it couldn't. So what my great aunt's daughter did, I don't know exactly what that is, I'm just going to say my great aunt, or I'm going to say Liz, her name's Liz. She grabbed one of my grandpa's tennis rackets and started swinging at it with it, and eventually she killed it. So, yeah. And so that's the last that I heard about bats. I haven't seen any since the dead one. But anyways, back to the thing about tonight. So, I was in here working, and all of a sudden I hear this weird noise. So I call my dad, and I'm like, Dad, there's a really weird noise going on. And he goes, is it bats in the kitchen? And I was like, I don't think so. So then I go in the kitchen, and he's like, turn the light on. So I turn the light on, nothing moves. So I'm like, oh my gosh, whatever it was just ran away, and I'm not going to be able to find it. So then I was like, what if it was coming from the mouse traps? So he goes, well, have you checked him in a while? And I said, no, not since before the reunion. And what I did was, we have 2 of them in the kitchen, but I didn't want to freak people out because, like, it's just weird when people have mouse traps in their house. So I was like, well, I'll stick them underneath the cupboards. So I did, and they were like really well hidden. So I ended up, like tonight, I ended up pulling them away, and I haven't touched them since I put them there before the reunion. And I pulled them back, and inside, the first one I pulled out, like there's a sticker over it, so I couldn't really tell what was in there. But then, I saw that there wasn't anything in there. So then I pulled the second one out, and there was a dead mouse in there, and I flipped because we're supposed to be having a heart, and this thing died in there, and it was just disgusting. So then I'm like, Dad, there's a dead mouse in there, and like we've had dead mice before, so I mean it wasn't that big of a deal that it was in there. But then, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what the noise was. So I go to put it back, and then I discover that in the little door holey thing, I don't know what it's called, but in the door holey thing, there was a like mouse that was alive, and it was like sticking out, and it was like looking at me. So then I like flipped. I was like, it scared me more than the dead mouse did. I like almost pooped in the kitchen. It was crazy. So my dad, like, he told me, he's like, oh, that must have been what the noise was. So then he told me to go put it on the porch. But then I got, like, after I put it on the porch, I got thinking, like, what if that mouse, like, was friends with the other mouse, and, like, the one dead mouse went in, like, when he was still alive, into the mousetrap to get food, and then, like, his friend was, like, he's not coming out. And then, like, his friend went in with him afterwards to try to get him out, and then he got stuck in there, and then his friend died. Like, I know that sounds really stupid, but I think that might have been what happened. I don't know. I don't want to be a dead mouse. I'm glad I'm not a dead mouse. I'm glad I'm Katie Clem instead. But if I was a mouse, I'd just stay out of people's houses and, like, fend for myself. Like, there's plenty of food out on the streets. Are you kidding? I'd just live on a garbage truck or something. Anyways, so yeah, that's my story. I'm sorry that I just spent, like, 8 minutes telling you about a mouse that was dead. And then I came up with a story for it. But, I don't know. That was, like, an exciting part of my night. And I'm really tired, so I'm actually going to go to bed. But I love you, and I know this is the complete opposite of, like, last night, where I, like, read you the Bible, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to go, so toodles. I'm so excited you come home in 5 days. Like, I just have to get through, like, this week, and then you're here. It's so exciting. And I'm really excited, too, because, like, I'm hoping that with you around, like, because we're obviously going to be hanging around here at night, because we're going to be spending some late nights here, and I just hope that you can, like, scare all the scariness away, and that you can make this house a little less creepy. Maybe. You think you would do that? I hope so, because I'm not really scared of the dark. I'm just scared of, like, creepy stuff, like bats. And, like, the thing is, like, bats and mice, okay, I'm just gonna go on this whole rant and rave, but I'm just gonna tell you this one thing. Bats and mice really aren't that creepy. It's just the fact that they're in my house. Like, that's creepy to me. But, yeah, I should go. 5 days. That's a whole hand. That's like one hand. Ah! Okay. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.